So we have different types of vaccines, and as you are aware, what the vaccine does is to prevent infection or to prevent contracting the disease. So with the vaccine, what happens is that a part of the virus or the pathogen that causes the disease is what is introduced or injected into an individual, or in some cases we have an attenuated virus, or we have an inactivated virus which is injected into an individual. So what happens is that this part of the virus or the pathogen stimulates the immune system of the individual so that antibodies are produced. And what that means is that should the actual virus or the pathogen that causes the disease enter into an individual, or if that individual is exposed to that disease-causing organism, it means that there's a memory that has been generated. Okay, or as we have T lymphocytes, these are memory cells. So once the body has these memory cells, it tells the body that, okay, this organism that is the virus which causes the disease or the pathogen, now the body is already primed to fight off the infection. So here, vaccination helps the body to respond much faster to the infection. Without vaccination, it takes a longer time for the body to produce antibodies. But once you have the inactivated form of the virus or the disease-causing organism introduced into an individual, the system is primed, or the immune system is stimulated, and therefore, should that person be introduced or should that person be exposed to the virus, here in the case of COVID-19, we know that is a SARS-CoV-2. So should one be exposed to the SARS-CoV-2, having been vaccinated previously means that the body already has been primed, or the antibodies that have been produced, and these would help the body to quickly fight off the disease. So whenever there's a vaccination, what we are looking at is we are looking at the safety of the vaccine. We are also looking at the efficacy of the vaccine. So by efficacy, we are looking at, can the vaccine help prevent disease, or can the vaccine help to prevent infection? So if the vaccine can help do these two things, prevent disease or prevent infection, then it means that that vaccine is good enough to be used. And in the case of COVID-19, we have 2 vaccines that have been approved by the FDA. So that is what is being used at the moment. And I would advise that, since what we have at the moment is only 600,000 vials of the vaccine, and considering the population that we have, over 20 million individuals, what is the case is that those who are the most vulnerable are the ones that have been prioritized. So we have group 1 individuals that's made up of frontline health workers. We have those who are elderly. We have those with comorbidities. These are people who are more vulnerable. So with the 600,000 vials of the vaccine, they are the ones who are being targeted for now. And one thing about vaccination is that once you have an increasing number of the population having been vaccinated, then that helps to create what is known as herd immunity. So even if you are not vaccinated, but then you are in a community where you have a lot of people who have been vaccinated against the disease, as in the case of COVID-19, then it means that your risk of contracting the disease is minimized. So I'll urge everyone, if you have the opportunity to take the vaccine, and I'll discount any negative thoughts that people have that, oh, okay, this vaccine will change one's DNA. It can never happen that way. So I would advise that, we tell our friends, tell our relatives, if they have the opportunity, they should take the vaccination.